Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dead Space Remake, where today we are finishing up the story and Isaac Clarke's journey through this hellish nightmare. Now, last time, one second. Probably should have did that before I started, but I don't know. Last time, we got to Aegis 7. We landed on Aegis 7 with the marker, and our mission is to put it back. Kendra betrayed us. She planned on taking the marker with her back to EarthGov in order to study it and to prevent this incident from happening again, according to her words. But we were like, nah, bitch, you don't pull that shit. All right, we don't deal in that kind of backstabby bullshit. All right, we don't take kindly to women who backstab the shit out of me, especially me. I don't take kindly to it. And so Isaac was just like, Nicole, what are you doing here? And Nicole was just like, this control module allows you to recall the shuttle, so we can retake the marker and take it to Aegis 7 to put it back where it belongs in order to finally quell this madness. And Isaac is just like, you know what? That's a brilliant fucking idea. Especially after what this broad did to me. Oh no, we can't let this slide. And so we recalled the shuttle, and Kendra was just like, damn it, Isaac. You don't understand what kind of bullshit you're playing here. And it's just like, fuck you, Kendra. And then Kendra jumps out an escape pod, and then we get on the shuttle, and then we take the shuttle to Aegis 7, and now we're about to deliver the marker back to where it needs to be in order to attain wholeness, as Nicole likes to constantly remind us. Make us whole again, Isaac. And it's still surprising that Isaac has yet to figure out, wait a minute, what does she mean, make us whole? Wait a minute. Mercer said the same thing before he died. Wait a minute. Does Nicole ever talk like this? So nothing's really clicking on Isaac's head at the moment. And that's where we're at. Isaac is currently on autopilot, helping this likely illusion of Nicole to further the marker's ends. Because I guarantee you...
There's no power in this section. The marker won't move. We're losing time.
It's okay. Hit test connection. What's it say?
Power failure detected. Tether generator. Gravity control.
One of the ground side gravity tethers. Maybe a busted power line. I'm on it.
Please hurry. We can't fail now.
Because I guarantee you that this bitch ain't real. Just like every other character in this place who's experienced hallucinations, Isaac is experiencing the same fucking hallucination, only it's about his dead girlfriend. His dead girlfriend that he was also kind of an ass to prior to coming here. That he also later regretted. Oh, that wasn't even the thing. Damn it. Okay, we're getting a little overwhelmed again. Alright, we're running out of that. I didn't check my inventory before I came in here. Probably should have done that. I also feel like I could have did that a little smarter, but I was too busy introducing myself, monologuing. Anyways, so yeah. That's kind of the sit rep here. And I get the feeling that shit's gonna go up, you know, we're gonna go up shit creek here in a bit. I wonder if we'll ever get a continuation of this story and we'll finally understand the meaning behind all this stuff about wholeness and marker fuckery bullshit. Because it sure as hell doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of sense to it. Ooh, power nodes. Alright. I feel like this is gonna be the point where I should pull out all the stops, so let's get a little bit more packed with some stasis stuff and everything. No sense needing to play conservationist. No sense being conservative with this final stretch of the gameplay.
Now entering tether control. Cross-contamination field engaged.
I feel like that was just loading the next set piece.
Power interrupted. Tether generators are offline.
Gee, I wonder why. It can't be all this biomass. What do you mean you can't grab it? Stop lying to me, Isaac. You've grabbed this thing a few times already. I feel like we're gonna have to pull that out. There's a battery over here, too. So battery needs to go in there and there. In there. We have 3 spots for batteries. And not enough batteries to go around.
Power restored to west generator. Emergency elevator offline. Notifying maintenance. Power restored to east generator. Power restored to central generator. Power restored to tether generators. Ready for restart.
Do it. Meanwhile, I'll be dealing with the horde of monsters that'll be coming here.
Now entering zero gravity.
Or I'll just fly up.
Damn it, Isaac. Power's flowing again. Come back to the marker quickly. The excavation site is up ahead. Make us whole.
What's that? Those things, I guess? I'll take that. I could use more ammo. You could always use more ammo in general, but I particularly need more ammo, and I don't have the money to afford it. I mean, I guess that's kind of a lie. I do have the money for it, but... Alright, so... I guess we go up. And look for any weak spots as we do. Just I guess we don't go up this far up. Or maybe we do. I don't know. First things first, we turn on stasis. Alright. Meds. I could always use meds too. Alrighty. We are experiencing a lot of bullshit. Isn't this the elevator we just took down? Oh yeah, it looks like it. Alright. Alright. There's nothing out here. Let's move back in.
Exiting zero gravity.
I was wondering where my necro shits were. Really? Blow up. Oh shit, that's a brute. Normally they die when you cut that off, but okay. I suppose I was operating off of old game logic.
Exiting zero gravity.
At least the checkpoints are forgiving. God, I just love being ambushed by every direction. That doesn't irritate me. Oh shit. And of course I took the slow path because you know. Oh, for God's sake, Isaac, fucking run. I hate it when he doesn't do that. God damn it, game. Why are you like this? I was about to say, blow the fuck up already. And he's dead. What was the left bumper? I have to ask. Nothing. The left bumper was nothing? The left bumper is nothing. Alright then. In that case, I want to customize. Sprint is left stick. Well, we're changing that. We are going to change that. Right now. We are going to make the left bumper. Alright, that's rotation. Alright, we're gonna make the left bumper UI tab, yeah. We're gonna make the left bumper in gameplay. The sprint button, because that is just too annoying. Save the changes. Alright, and now the left stick does nothing except move. Also. Let's see. Button sensitivities, button dead zone. Make the sprint button, make the sprint input a toggle instead of hold. No, we're not toggling it. We will hold it. Because that is too annoying not to keep. Because every time I walk through this mesh, Isaac never sprints when I have it toggled. At least not in the way that I want him to. And I never know if he's actually going to sprint when he makes it out of the mesh or if he's just going to fucking walk like a pansy. So this is going to be the way we do it. And this is how you sprinted in the old Dead Space games anyways, if I remember correctly, so... Alright, let's buy a med, because I can. And we're gonna plasma cutter. Alright, so we'll just leave it at that. Maybe. Running low on flames. Bring back that pulse. We're actually getting ammo for it again. Alright, now I'm used to doing left stick. Last, it's gonna take some getting used to in this new adjustment. Oh, there's some money. Alright. Now enough dawdling. Next up, we go forward. Forwards and onwards. Oh, look, a saves point. One thing I can tell you is that I am looking forward to playing this in my spare time. Alrighty. Oh, we can't move it. Oh, that's why. Alright. That's where it starts, huh? I would have just stomped it, but... Back in the beats. I heard that. Maybe it's one of those wall things. Take that, buddy. You gotta appreciate that stasis now. It makes the enemy so much weaker. It like eviscerates their flesh. Oh, is it just me or is the plasma cutter a little different? Oh, it is. The end of it is not yellow anymore. It's like a darker color. It's probably because it got switched out with that special upgrade. That's pretty neat. It actually has a visual effect on the plasma cutter. Oh. You know, Marker, I don't know why you're trying to stab me. Are you just trying to make it convincing? I'd imagine this is what you wanted. More money. Is there anything on the other side over there? Doesn't look like it. You know, before, We would kinesis the marker's pedestal all the way up to the point we need to take it, but now we just click a button and it does it automatically. Which makes more sense. I wouldn't understand why someone would need to kinesis it all the way through. That seems like more of a pain in the ass for the miners. Even if it is something as simple as just kinesising it to and from a location with just moving your hand. It's a boot. Random boot. Alrighty.
You're almost there, Isaac. Get the marker to the pedestal. Hurry!
Yeah, I see it. Oh. Dodging your bullshit. Can't have that. Thanks, game. I needed that. I always could use more shit. What, anything else? No? Alright. Thanks. God, I wish you would just automatically grab that. Alrighty. Nothing else. Nothing at all. Where's your weak point? Huh? Huh? Over here? Doubtful. I'm not seeing any way to destroy this. We may have a problem. Oh, I see it. That took a little bit more shots. Hey buddy, I see you're stuck over there. Let me help you. Alright. Give me that so I can kill that. Whoa, buddy, hold it. Hold the phone. Jeez. Did that thing just pop out a literal baby? It did. The literal pregnant necromorph literally popped out a toddler. It literally popped out a toddler. That's a little nasty. That is a little nasty. Oh! I was wondering what that was. Go for it. Fuck you. I am just not winning right now. Are you winning, son? No, I am not.
Now reunited with the pedestal.
You know, Nicole, I will do exactly that. Just, let me deal with everything else first. Okay? Fuck that thing. Fuck that thing in particular. Alright. Place that son of a bitch. What's going on? Why is my head hurting?
Thank you, Isaac. I always believed in you.
Nicole.
We're whole again. We are whole.
Emergency. Geo-orbital gravity tethers offline. Tectonic load released. Impact imminent. All personnel, evacuate immediately.
The payload. I'll restart the tether. Buys time.
No.
Oh, man. Muns. Restart? Yes.
Rerouting gravity tether controls.
Come on.
Forget it, Isaac. There's no fixing this.
Let
What
her
the
go,
hell?
Daniels.
Let who go? Can't you see how delusional you are?
We've got to go. The payload from the planet crack is about to fall.
I gave you a chance to come around, Isaac. But if you still won't see it, I'll help you. One last time. Rig link override. This time, watch to the end.
Huh?
Isaac,
Ah.
it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I just wish I could talk to someone.
It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. Strange. Such a little thing. Just had a talk. That's all this research was in the end. Not much, is it? Just how to make it listen when he begged for convergence. But I had a different prayer. It spoke. And then it listened. Make this stop, I said. Maybe it understood, but... I can't return what was taken. Why can't I see you again, Isaac?
I was playing on other monitors too.
I loved you. I always loved you.
There it is. That's the truth.
She's Elizabeth Cross, that scientist from hydroponics. You both saw what the marker wanted you to see. Jacob Temple for her, and Nicole for you. Jacob. No.
No, she can't be. What the hell did you do?
You did this to yourself. Nicole's been dead this whole time. You just couldn't handle it, could you? Because if she's gone, at least now it'll be in safe hands. The marker won't turn anyone else into its puppet. Give me the loader remote.
No. It's over. We're whole again.
For Christ's sake, I'm not going to ask again, Cross.
No, enough people have died.
Then just do it. I've got nothing left to lose.
God damn it, Kendra.
It's better this way, Isaac. You'll never recover from what the marker's done to you. And when the tectonic load drops, all this will be buried. Just like Earth God wanted.
Warning. Seismic activity increasing. Evacuate to safe location.
Now it's a race to the landing pad. Gotta get the hell out of here.
I can still make it before she leaves.
What the hell is that? I mean, I know what it is. But what is it? Huh? What is it, guys? What do you think it is? Do you think it's the... think it's any other kind of necromorph? It's gotta be the big one, right? The one that we saw in the video. Man, they're really prepping me for this. Oh, it goes all the way back here. Nice little shortcut. Alright, Isaac, you know what to do. We must get more supplies. Let's see, we're good on all kinds of ammunition. Except for the ones that, honestly, I don't really need, actually. Let's see. Pulse rifle might be nice to have, but I think we're good. We got different kinds of precision weapons working with us here. Might be nice to have one more energy bar, but let's go ahead and upgrade the weapons that I do have. Upgrade reload. Secondary fire and primary. Might be good just to get these two. That might be good too. Why not? Alright. We are officially a go. Let's see. Here it is. Let's do this. And put an end to Isaac's nightmares. Oh, whoa.
Last warning, Isaac. I mean it.
Run after her, Isaac. Why are you just dawdling? Damn.
Isaac.
I mean, she had it coming, Isaac. It's great that you tried, though.
This is all I got left.
Ah, it's moving too much. And my screen just suddenly cut out for a second. I hate it when it does that. Alright, that's one. What's the point of giving me stasis packs, game? Projectile bile bullshit. Now what the... Oh. That's not what I wanted. Oh my god, get the fuck off me. You want some too? Now you're spewing acid in my face? I have literally nowhere else to go. You're spitting more bile at me? Oh, right down the center? Aren't you just nice? I'll be over here. Or over here. Oh, come on. I can't hit it. There we go. Fuck you. Are you dead? Are you going to die? Kill the hive mind. Oh man. Now we get the hell out of here. Exodus. Trophy earned. Dead Space Chapter 12 complete. Set up benchmark. Trophy earned. We did it, Isaac.
Isaac, it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
Ah, boy. Poor Isaac, man. He's been through a lot. Well, they still kept that last jump scare in. Alright. Except it wasn't as scary as it was the last time, let me tell you. You should have seen the original version. Like, yeah, seeing her kind of slumped over the thing, dead looking, is creepy. But it's not as terrifying as looking to the left side and then seeing something glowing behind the seat, and then suddenly have a face jump out at Isaac, and literally, like, it's just Nicole, her eyes and mouth just completely glowing, and just screaming into Isaac's face. I mean, that's the most unsettling shit yet. Anyways, but yeah, this game is pretty great. If they ever remake the second one, which I don't know why they would, but if they're gonna keep up this gravy train, I'm not gonna stop them. I mean, if it's as good as this remake, which, by the way, this remake, in my opinion, has set the bar for what remakes should aspire to be. That's how good this remake is. Now, it's not a perfect remake. There are still some flaws, but this is exactly what I mean when I say that you need to make a remake that takes everything that was good in the original and just expands upon it. Alright? A good remake, in my opinion, takes what was originally in the original game that it stems from, takes everything that made that game what it is, and builds upon it. makes it even better than the actual original game. Try to make it the de facto version of that experience. And this game did that practically in spades. I mean, there are still some things that do separate this game from the original, don't get me wrong. Like, for example, Isaac Clarke talks. I think that there should also be a version of the game down the road, maybe as DLC or something, where they could actually have a non-speaking Isaac playthrough. But that will probably take a little bit more time. Both the writer part, on the writing staff's part, and also just, you know, and also just have to re-record certain lines in dialogue so you need to get the cast back together again. But you could do that. But you should also, if you're not going to do any of that, which I don't know why they would, but if you're not going to do any of that, one thing they could also do that has nothing to do with re-recording lines, because I know that shit's probably the most expensive, is that they could take the parts that were kind of a bit of a, you know, like an annoyance, like the wall guardians. I still think they're the worst part about these games. I think that once you understand, oh, well, the tentacles don't come off until it's near death, then that should be something that's a little better explained, in my opinion. Because having the tentacles, shooting the tentacle, and then having the tentacle recede doesn't really give you the idea that, oh, well, maybe this isn't the way you do it, alright? When I do something and it doesn't work, it tends to tell me right off the bat that, oh, well, maybe this just isn't the strategy to take on this thing. And by the time you actually figure out, oh, wait, this is how you kill it, you're practically dead. I mean, you only need to go look at my previous videos on this game to see that the Wall Guardian is a massive fucking troll, and the developers were just kind of, you know, not giving you a good sense of how to tackle the thing. But, you know what? That's fine. That's just a minor blemish on the overall experience. One of the things that they did do well, though, going back to the parts that are good about this remake, and that makes a good remake, is that they did expand upon it by adding more areas to explore, and they made the entire Ishimura just one giant explorable map. It's like the nightmare itself is an explorable dungeon, and you are the poor bastard who has to navigate it all. And that's actually brilliant, because I feel like that the Ishimura needed to be more fleshed out as a character, but it also needed to be a defined character. Because in the first game, you just went to and from places. It was very much, you go here, do a thing, and then get the fuck out. No, in this one, you travel to and from places, you explore all around the Ishimura, and then you do a bit of Metroidvania-style backtracking to get all the upgrades and all the shit that you need. And I'm like, this shit's brilliant. Because it's actually getting you familiar with not only the area, but it's also necessary to be more familiar with the area, because then that means you have to come back later and have to find all the stuff. And I thought that was brilliant. That's brilliant. That's it. That's absolutely great. You should totally do stuff like this, because it makes the world feel more fleshed out, and it gives you a reason to make it fleshed out. And that's a challenge that anyone should try to take on themselves, unless they're trying to write a self-contained story, in which case that's fine. And the original game was kind of its own self-contained story, but this time around they're like, well, we have enough lore and backstory around this game series to fill several books, comics, and a fuck ton of other extended media, as well as just the games themselves. Why not just take everything that we already have and then just throw it all into this one? There are probably some references in here that I never got because I never saw some of the other stuff. Like, they talk about Altman, and I know that Altman's a character in like one of the books. He's the guy who started the Unitology. It turned out that guy, I guess spoiler alert for the book, he was never actually a guy who was a Unitologist. He was just the guy who happened to know what the marker was, discover what it was, but before he realized what its true intentions were, he ended up sacrificing himself or dying in order to contain the threat that the marker posed. And so he died basically a hero, but he was remembered for all the wrong reasons. somehow people spun it as if that Altman had sacrificed himself as a martyr so that the unitology so that unitology could exist or some shit. And that part is weird to me. And again, I never read the book, but I just heard someone explain it to me once before, and I think that idea is baffling. But I think it's an interesting concept for a story. All in all, though, I'm getting sidetracked. Moving on, though. My point being is that this remake does a lot of things right. It gets a lot of things right, but it does do a little bit of injustice in some of the areas that matter. Like, the scares are scary, but they're not scary in the way that you might think. The original was terrifying in the sense that it was actually scary. This game is terrifying because you're more worried about having to survive the next combat encounter and being put on edge on what the hell's gonna jump out at you than you are the actual scares. This game isn't scary enough, in my personal opinion. It's not making me want to literally stop playing, giving me chills, and making me want to go and kind of, you know, like, just cool off for a bit. Because it's making me unhinged. No. This game isn't giving me cold feet. It's making me, if anything, it's making me more on alert. It's putting me more on edge, which is good, but they hardly do anything with it. And that's not, I don't think that's necessarily the game's fault either. I play enough horror games to where scares like this do not pack nearly the same level of punch as they used to. But I will admit that some of the scares are a little bit watered down this time around. Like that ending scare, that shit was terrifying. It's still terrifying in the original game. Like, that shit definitely scares the crap out of you in the original game, because it's like, it happens so fast, it's instantaneous, and it's in your face. And Isaac's face. And so you're just like caught off guard, and it's like the most terrifying shit, because it's literally just a glowing face of a dead person. And it's like, holy crap. But this one, it's like, oh, there's Nicole. She looks dead. Why is she here? Oh, she jump scares you. I mean, you kind of saw it coming from a mile away. It's like they bothered to announce it, and then they did it, which is kind of flat. It kind of flattens it, in my opinion. Also, one more thing that we need to talk about is the voice acting. The voice acting was alright. The cast is great. I think the cast was stellar. I think they did their roles pretty well. I think they own these characters. And that's me saying this without having played the original game recently to know for sure. But I feel like these characters really do nail these roles. The problem is that they didn't really own it. They nailed it, they got the right people involved, but they didn't take ownership of the character. They never became the character to me. And that was evident to me when I saw reviews of the game, and they were talking about how the voice acting kind of feels a little stale compared to the original. And looking back at some of the voice acting for this game, I think to myself, yeah, I could see that, because it is. It's a little flat. The original voice cast hammed it up. They were in their character when they were voicing these lines. This time around, though, the voice actors, while they feel very good and comfortable in the role, they never really go as far as to truly get into their character. They never really went to the point to where, like, oh my god, these are the characters. They're actually acting and behaving like real people would. It never got to that point. And I never felt like these were truly sincere characters. It almost feels like that they've been through this enough times already, or they've been through something equivalent to this, and that kind of is a bit sus to me. If anything, that would make me sus right off the bat. In fact, I would actually like to see what a person who's never played the original game's opinion of this game would be like, because I wonder if they too would think that, well, these characters feel a little flat. I would like to hear what their opinions are on that, but nonetheless, I feel like this game does so much, and yet it takes away some, like, so little. Like, by that I mean, like, it does so much to add more intrigue, more nuance, more greatness to this particular installment of the series. And yet I feel like it also takes away some of the areas where it's a little important. I mean, the scares are important, and I feel like that some of them are not as hard-hitting as they were in the original game. And while the voice casting is great, I feel like they're just not there. They're just not in the right space. They're not truly the characters in their entirety. And I think that that's important when you look at what separates this game from the original. But I also think that what this game does is not anything to be scoffed at as a result. This game truly is a well-defined remake in every sense of the imagination. And I cannot stop talking about how great this experience is, and it captures my mind so well because it's so authentic to the original game. But it needed that extra oomph. It needed that extra punch to make it perfection, and it was so close, so close. But yes, otherwise, if I had to give this game any rating, if I was a channel that reviewed games, I would give this a whopping 9 out of 10. It's so good. The soundtrack is impeccable. I mean, listen to this shit in the credits. The soundtrack is so good. The gameplay is really good. I was a little bit put off by the aiming at first because I'm just, you know, as I had originally thought, I just wasn't used to it yet. But once I got into the hang of it, I was not having trouble with the gameplay at all. But I also realized that, you know, it would be nice if the aiming was more conducive to the actual laser sight than it was, you know, trying to be a reticule. It tries to be both, but I really hate that kind of thing. The original game just had laser sight. Just stick to one thing or another thing. Stop trying to make it... If I had to give one more complaint, if you're going to make an aim sight and it's going to be a laser or reticule, make it either a reticule or a laser sight, and just stick to that or not at all. Trying to make it into something that's in between is just, it's bullshit. It's bafflingly bullshit. And I don't understand why people need to do this. Especially EA and Motive in this case, because they could have just stuck with it just being like the original game and just giving you a true to form fashion laser sight. Instead, they wanted to give you something akin to a laser sight and a reticule, and that just is dumb to me. That's just kind of dumb to me. They should have just made it into just a straight laser sight. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I would love to see them like add like that option maybe later down the road, because that part is like the most annoying part when aiming, especially at limbs. The whole point is to take out the limbs, but you can never truly know if the shot, even if it is lined up in between the lasers, if it would actually hit or if it's gonna miss. And there are plenty of points in this game where I aimed clearly at the limb and then I fired, but it didn't connect, and that's kind of an issue. That's a kind of a minor gameplay issue that's very impactful to the gameplay, because this is survival horror. Every shot counts. All right, you need to actually make this shit, you know, very tight form. It needs to be tight fitting, tight form. Everything needs to be up to snuff. But yeah, otherwise, and outside of all of these minor nitpicks and slight criticisms, I love this game. I love it to pieces. I will be replaying this shit in my spare time. I know for a fact I will be coming back to this at every now and again, just to re-experience the majesty that is this remake. I never thought I would ever give EA any props after the bungling they have had in like 5 years ago. hell, not even, I mean, it's only been like, what, yeah, it's only been like 5 years, 6 even, and they had, and it wasn't that long ago when they were, like, the laughingstock of the gaming industry, and I also had a grudge against them. I had a bit of a pet peeve with them, because they were pushing so much bullshit on their player base, and every interaction that I've had with their products has always been divisive, if not outright ridiculous, and sometimes even intrusive with either their monetization or their garbage business practices or whatever the hell they do to their games that make it into less than stellar entries, or whatever executive meddling, whatever nonsense that goes on into the development process. EA has always had a hand in it, and it annoys me so much that they were like that. So, which is why I am so surprised that their games are actually good. Because I was expecting them to continue the trend, but no, they literally went media silent for like the longest time. I mean, when was the last time you see Andrew Wilson's face? Not for a very fucking long time. I mean, that guy was the face of everything wrong with EA and the gaming industry, and you haven't seen his face in forever. And so it's great. It's great that EA actually took the L, got their shit together, and actually made something out of their products that people actually enjoy. It's like they realized, to at least even just a little bit of an extent, that, okay, we're game creators. We're in the business to make gaming experiences that people actually want to buy and enjoy. So let's go ahead and try to refocus on that just a little bit before we try to fuck people over with the next stupid fucking business scheme that they might have down the road. And especially since they kept getting slap after slap with their continued nonsense of trying to make loot boxes a thing. And so it's just such a great thing to see when an EA IP like fucking Dead Space is just, it comes out swinging, and it's like such a fucking banger of an entry. And it's like, this is exactly how I remember this game. This is exactly how I always wanted Dead Space to be. This is how it should have been. And it was. And I'm both proud and also, I guess, a little in awe of just how well EA has not fucked it. has undefiled it. Has left it undefiled in the state that it has been in this way for this long. And it's like, it's just such a perfect game. I don't know what else to say. This game is great. It's spectacular. It's wonderful. I cannot sing its praises enough. But in any case, that is my thoughts. Oh my god, I actually finished everything that I was saying about the game by the time the credits were done. Those are my thoughts and my sentiments of the game. And, ooh, level 6 suit unlocked. Wait, advanced soldier rig, level 6 suit unlock? Level 6? Meaning that there was a level 5? There's a level 5 suit? The fuck? Did I miss that? I guess I did. I must have missed it. God damn it. Well, that's something to look forward to when I when I play this game again in my spare time. God, the new Game Plus on this is going to be great. In any case, yes. This game is great. I cannot stop gushing about it, but I have said all that is needed. That is all that is needed to be said. And with all of that said and out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. This playthrough was quite the experience. And if you haven't been watching this, you've been listening to this gameplay for like the longest time, and you haven't really been paying attention, and you're not sure whether or not, or if you're even on the fence if whether or not you should get this game or not, my advice to you would be yes. If you like survival horror games, and if you like the original Dead Space, or even if you don't know what the original Dead Space is, and if you are wondering if this is actually a good game, and does it actually live up to the game that came prior, and you're like, I want a decent entry to get into so I could truly experience the majesty that is the Dead Space series, this is a good starting point. I give it my official seal of approval. If you really wanted to try to play and really delve in and get to see what Dead Space is all about, this is the shit right here. This is the game to do it. And I will not fault you for starting here if this is where you want to start. You don't have to start with the original. You don't even have to start... You don't even have to jump from this to immediately the first game and then to the second game if you're going to continue the series, because I'm going to be honest, this game is it sticks so close to the heart and soul of the original that it practically is the same game, just a lot better. And so jumping from this to the second game would not be a weird thing to do, or even a stylistic whiplash, or something that might make you do a double take and be like, well, hold on a minute. Should I play the first game so that way I get a better idea of how the second games were like, or if there's like some nuances that are missed that only was addressed in the original game? No. You can do this game and then jump into the second games. You're fully within your right to do that. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna cut it here. Wow. It's only an hour and 17 minutes. This is a short episode. A really short episode. Man, I even have time to probably do something else. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Please buy this game. If you're not sure of anything else from my take of this game and my playthrough of this game and of my thoughts on this game, please, for the love of all that is holy, or unitology, or fucking whatever the hell, please buy this game. I could not recommend it enough. I will literally throw this in someone's face. And I work in retail. If someone asked me, should I buy this game? Is this game good? Like, do you think I should buy this game? I will literally tell them yes. I would actively try to sell this shit to someone if they asked me if this is a good game to buy, and I'd be like, yes, you should buy this thing. I would, what are you even doing? Why are you even asking? This game is amazing. Pick this damn thing up right now. And as I mentioned before, I don't like EA. At least, I don't like the old EA. And I think that EA may still be EA, even no matter how much it changes, to whatever extent, and that it has. EA will always be EA to me in my heart, because it has burned me, the company has burned me too much to really give it anything else but, trepidation. But I would say you should buy this game, because even despite my own gripes against the company, and despite my own potential worries of their future, we need to reward good behavior. And this is good behavior on EA's part. This is actually surprisingly well crafted, superb experience. It is a great game, and it deserves everything it could possibly get under the sun. Whatever accolades, whatever kind of praise it could possibly earn, it earns it. It's that good. This experience is that good. If I have to, I will make a separate video of my review of this game, and it'll just be me taking the splicing of this end part of the game, of this end part credit sequence, and everything that I've said, and just reposting it as its own separate video, just so that way people can see and recognize the true greatness that is the Dead Space remake. And I will absolutely make sure that everyone and their mother knows it. So, yes, finally, to finally wrap this up, thank you all so much for watching. I am done talking your ear off, and I hope you guys are there to watch me in the next video, which will probably be a continuation of Tales until Resident Evil comes out, but see you next time. Bye-bye. God, this game is great.